Whatever, let's just do it. Let's do it live. Let's do it live.
Start it up!
Let's go!
Yes, sir! Let's go, RG! Let's go!
Let's level up!
What is up, everybody?
I'm level!
Welcome into the Winners Lounge. Let's go. Let's go. I want as many level-headed takes on this
Let's
show
go,
as
dude.
possible.
Let's get
Just
it
kidding. I want all your hot takes.
Let's go.
We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure to use the code DNVR when you sign up and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. We're here in the Winners Lounge
Oh, my
after
God.
the Nuggets take down the Cleveland Cavaliers 121-108 on the second night of the back-to-back. Another home win, a big scoring night against a great defense, and we're going to break it all down for you. Let me introduce who I'm up here with. I'm Harrison Wynn. That man, Eric Weedham. You know him as D-Line?
Guys, let's get level.
Let's get level.
Let's get level, man. Can we do this?
Level with me.
I'm so ready
Just
to do
level
this.
with me
Just
tonight.
level with me, guys. The Denver Nuggets are back. Jamal Murray's the best. Every Nugget is good. I'll save the rest of my hot take. All right, go ahead.
Also joined by superstar Dev. Did we win money tonight, Dev?
We won money.
Hell yeah.
I won 6 of 7 tonight.
Hell yeah.
Six
Only
of
loss
7.
was the under. I've called an under in that game. I thought that. See, this was my mistake. I thought that the Cavaliers were going to play some defense.
Oh.
Everybody said, that's the number one defense. That's the number one defense. I guess the Nuggets did not care.
Didn't
The
care.
Nuggets don't really care
They were
what
so
type of defense
leveled
they're playing.
tonight. People were saying they were leveled.
They leveled up tonight, I think, in many aspects, and we will get into them for sure. Should we start with a quick recap, though?
Oh, let's
Please,
do it.
dude, make it very quick.
I will make it quick so we can get to your takes. Nikola Jokic started out this game aggressive. 11 first quarter points. We were all wondering pregame, how was he going to deal with all the length from Cleveland? Well, he just did whatever he wanted again. Jamal Murray was staggering with the bench again tonight. If you remember last night, he was hot in that first quarter, so Mike Malone left him out there. He was back to his normal rotation tonight. He staggered with the bench, but then the bench came in and was just getting shredded defensively. Cavs were playing well in the first half. Michael Porter Jr. had a nice corner three off a beautiful Nikola Jokic skip pass to end the second quarter. And then the Nuggets led 62-58 at the break. Third quarter is when this game got interesting. Pretty mild, tame first half. Third quarter got interesting. Nuggets came out and immediately got their lead up to 10 points. Nikola Jokic came out and hit back-to-back threes. Jamal had this great offensive rebound, midair finish, which was an awesome play. Then Jamal hit a three. He was percolating a little bit, as some say. Then Nikola Jokic hit another three, his third of the quarter. It really feels like he's just got some renewed confidence in that jumper. And then DeAndre Jordan came into the game. DJ, his clumsy ass. That's a Vlatko Čančar quote, not mine. He came in late in the third. Zeke Naji played the first half, kind of struggled with Cleveland's length on that second unit with Evan Mobley staggering. DeAndre Jordan came in, provided some nice rim protection, gave Denver a little boost. The Cavs also just couldn't make a free throw in this game. They finished 18 of 32 from the line. Denver dodged some bullets there. And then at the start of the fourth, a delay. Another delay. The rim was bent again. This delay was a little quicker. I'd say only 6, 7, 8 minutes, not the 30, 40-minute delay we had a couple nights ago. But they got that fixed. DeAndre Jordan had a very active stint in the second half tonight. Got a flagrant foul, then came back with a block, then came back with a dunk. I thought it was good minutes overall. And the Nuggets they found a rhythm in the fourth quarter and pulled away. Bruce Brown hit a 3, and PJ got to line, and Denver cruised to a double-digit win. Another double-digit win over a really good team. The Cavs have been one of the best teams all season in the Eastern Conference. Nuggets just got what felt like was a pretty relaxing, casual win tonight, guys. Let's go to big takeaways.
Oh,
Keep it
level.
Start with you, Dev. Keep it level for me, yeah.
Yeah, we all, we got to come and be leveled the entire time. Level-minded is what, my auntie used to always call me,
Is that
actually.
right? Is that right?
Yeah, that and badass, but whatever. I really think it's got to be the big three right now for me.
Okay.
Just seeing, right now it might be a big four, but just seeing the guys just come in and just fitting in seamlessly. Like we're getting to see Jamal Murray, second night of a back-to-back for the first time this year. He's still staying aggressive. Jokic is taking the most shots. He's being aggressive the entire time. This is the number one defense in the NBA, and that was like a point of emphasis heading into the game, and he didn't care. He didn't see them. He went back into his usual bag. Aaron Gordon is still just working extremely hard, doing all of the perfect things, all of the right things, and it's just great to see them all meshing at the exact same time, and that's how you go on these type of runs. That's how you reel off 10 straight home wins. Is guys just buying in, and it seems like Denver is bought in right now.
Yeah, 10 straight home wins. They're 16-3 at home. It's the best home record in the NBA. Do you remember the 3 losses off the top of your head?
Utah Jazz, first game of the season.
No, at home. 3 losses at home.
Oh, was that on the road?
Yeah, that was on the road.
Oh, was it the Knicks?
It was the Knicks.
Was it the Pistons?
It was the Pistons.
And who's the third?
The Dallas Mavericks.
The Mavs.
By 1 point.
That's right.
But 2 of those losses were just like ridiculous ones.
Unbelievable.
And that Mavs loss was by 1 point. They've been pretty much flawless at home this year. What's your big takeaway, Elon?
I would say that my big takeaway is that every Nugget is good.
Let's go.
Dude, the way the Nuggets are playing together right now, we were just talking about how that was like a largely unremarkable game.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, in that the Nuggets were just an unstoppable machine.
Totally.
Like, there wasn't one guy that was on fire the whole time. Jokic obviously gave us his very standard otherworldly stat line, which in the NBA is like not even counting for anything this year. But Jamal looked great. Michael Porter Jr. looked solid. KCP looked good. Who didn't look good? Everybody looked good, and everyone played their role. It was beautiful, man. Like, it didn't require a Herculean effort from any one player. Bones Highland got hot. Like, it was just like, it's what it looks like when teams just they might have an answer for one part of what you do, but they don't have an answer for everything that you do. And the Nuggets have a super varied attack. They can beat you in different ways, and they do beat you in different ways. They just like a slow grind down. The game was close, back and forth, and then like as it went, it just like predictably, like, I mean, you would watching that game, you'd be like, oh yeah, I mean, of course, Cleveland lost. They were on the second night of a back-to-back.
Yeah.
But the Nuggets were on the second night of a back-to-back. They just like wore the other team down. It was like everything that you want to see. It's like, it's so beautiful.
I think my big takeaway is kind of along the same lines of both of your guys's. And the crux of it is, I just think it's really time to get excited about this team. Because they've come home during this home-heavy portion
way
of the
ahead
schedule,
of you.
and they've found themselves. I really feel like they've clicked. The defense has leveled up. The bench has gotten better. Jamal Murray is clearly almost, I'm not going to say it, but he's almost you know what.
We can say it.
He
He's
played
back.
in his first back-to-back of the season tonight, which I think was just a big step forward
He
for
played
him.
in his first back-to-back. Is he back?
Back?
Shut up.
Well, let's check the bacometer. What does it say?
What's it say today?
Ah, he's back.
He's back!
Dude, we might need we might need to ceremonially burn the bacometer, dude. I think he's just back now.
Yeah, it might be broke, actually. It doesn't move. I'm thinking about it. It's just there. It's always there.
But this team just is firing on all cylinders right now. They've got a great chemistry. They've got a great flow. Everybody knows their role at this point in the season. The offense is unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen a team score as easily as the Nuggets have scored this season. Against great defenses, too. The Celtics were just in town. Put up a ton of points on them. The number one defense tonight, the Cavs, put up 120+. Against the Grizzlies a couple weeks ago, another big scoring night. They score so easily.
The thing that they have in common, sorry to cut you off, the things that they have, or just looking at those games that you just mentioned, it wasn't like a full, complete game. The starters are blitzing teams. They're really just beating them to sleep, and it makes it very hard for teams to actually come back and try to find a rhythm or try to find any type of footing where they could get back in it. Even in this game, this was a game that there was like some players in the minus, but the starters have put up such a big lead that you can afford to have, these type of games where the bench doesn't have to be like amazing, and that's something that we talked about before this, this run, before this stint. All they have to do is like be kind of close, because the starters can pull it off, and that's what we've been seeing is the starters have got it together where now the bench does not have to save them.
Yeah.
They just have to just play. They have to survive, and they've been doing that.
They're winning games easily, casually. Just
Casual.
These have been relaxing wins over some of the best teams in the NBA, and it feels like they're doing it so comfortably. It feels like, remember when the Nuggets got Aaron Gordon and just everything was so easy for that couple week stretch before Jamal Murray tore his ACL. But it feels like that right now because everything is just clicking. Everything fits together so well. Everybody knows their role, and just these wins are just rolling. Like they're just racking up wins night after night against really good teams, and I can't remember ever feeling more confident just in the Nuggets entering a game.
Are you smug?
Especially at home. Easy. Easy.
You need to chill out.
Easy. I just can't remember the last time I felt this confident about this team. It was probably when they traded for Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
A classic era in Nuggets history that we'll never mention.
No, this was just a great win tonight. I mean, Cleveland's a good team, guys. Like, Cleveland is a very good team. I know they were missing Donovan Mitchell tonight, but they brought it. And the Nuggets were on the second night of a back-to-back, kind of. They didn't have to expend too much energy last night against the Clippers. But still, 2 nights in a row, Cleveland, they hung with Denver for a lot of tonight's game, but I mean, in the end, Denver's offense is just too good, and we've seen them step up defensively against really good teams. Where do you guys feel like you are on the defense right now? Because this has been a theme in some of Denver's big wins as of late. Boston, Memphis, tonight, only 108 points to the Cavs. It's a great mark. Man, where are you at?
Their defense is just like everything else. It's just like all coming together. The Nuggets are playing together. Like it's to quote George Karl, there's a good sense of teamness happening right now. The Nuggets are communicating. The Nuggets are relying on one another. They are in the right places. They are not just, I mean, the defense was like a little shaky early, but then KCP, is in passing lanes. Bones Highland is making, Jamal Murray, if I'm not mistaken, blocked.
He had 2 blocks tonight.
Yeah, didn't he block Evan Mobley?
I think he
on
might
an
have.
attempted dunk.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Like,
they held the Cavs to 50 points in the second half.
50 points. Like, that goes to tell you how good of a defense this was, because this was a game that it looked like it was just going to be a track meet. But then they had to remember that they're not the track meet team anymore. This would have got out of hand earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And they're not allowing these guys to go crazy. Like the opposing guy, they're not just going nuts and going for 40, going for 50. You're not going to see a player go for 70. I don't know who allowed Donovan Mitchell to do some shit like that, but that's just like they're taking pride in that defense. Darius Garland goes 8 for 20 in this game. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they didn't even want to play tonight because they're just like, hey, that was just a tough game, and things like that. It's just good to just see them lock in on that side of the floor, but then on the other end score with so much ease where even if you do get, on a run and things like that, you're still down 20. That's just like the type of games that they're putting together. So it is great to just see them like be locked in on defense because as Malone said, as everyone's been saying all along, once the defense goes, the offense is going to take care of itself.
The
And that's
offense
what we've
has
been seeing.
taken care of itself so much, in fact, that I have some breaking news into the show.
I'm ready.
Some breaking news.
Oh boy.
I'm ready.
The Denver Nuggets are now tied with the Boston Celtics for the number one offense in the NBA.
Number one offense
Number one offense.
versus number one defense tonight. Who won that?
The unstoppable force, dude.
Who won that?
The immovable object was moved.
Yes.
Oh, I love
And,
it.
I mean, Nikola Jokic did a lot of heavy lifting for the offense tonight. He was great. Casual 28 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 of 17 from the floor, 3 of 4 from 3. He was the DraftKings Sportsbook king of the game. What stood out to you, Dev, about Jokic's night
that
tonight?
he saw a twin tower lineup that they said can stop him or slow him down or make things hard, and nothing looked hard at all. They weren't ready for him.
Nope.
And he did it in every single way.
Yep.
Scored with ease. Back to the basket, knocking down three-pointers. Like, he felt comfortable out there, grabbing every single board that came his way. Dominant when the ball was in his hand, where he's finding open guys and things like that. Like, it's just great to see him in this bag where he, like, looks like he's taking it personal right now. Like, I love to see, like, that he is so confident and he was aggressive in this game. I feel like there was a point in the match that him and Jared Allen started going at it, and he's like, all right, let me show you. Let me show you who I am. Like,
I think Jared Allen regrets
European?
that.
let me just show you who I am.
Was it out on the pitch?
So it's been great to just see him just show that he is the most dominant player in the world, and he could do it in every single way. 10th triple-double on the year. Love it.
Stupid.
Love it.
That's the wild thing is that up against the Twin Towers, he got, 16 rebounds?
15 rebounds. 4
shouldn't
offensive, 11 defensive.
Shouldn't that have been like the thing that suffered the most when there was two big bodies he was fighting against?
That was a big storyline tonight. The Nuggets out-rebounded the Cavs 49-40. Aaron Gordon had 10 rebounds. Michael Porter Jr. had 8. He was big on the glass. Bruce Brown had 5. So, yeah, that was the storyline coming in, and they dominated the glass.
Unbelievable. Yeah, this is like such an encouraging win. I mean, I wish that Donovan Mitchell had played. The Nuggets still would have won, unless Donovan Mitchell would have added 70
I love the
points.
confidence.
I mean, why wouldn't he?
Well, we have better defenders than Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan.
That's what I'm saying, man. Listen, I don't know how you beat a team that is as in sync as the Nuggets are.
And
currently.
as confident. Like, you can tell they're so confident right now.
Yes.
Because they know they can score every time down. Probably with a dunk or a layup or at a wide open 3. And then defensively, we killed them early in the season defensively. I think rightfully so because, God, they were embarrassing on that end. They just could not give a shit. But if you really asked the players in that locker room, everyone told you, like, yeah, we'll get it together when we need to.
Right.
And look, I doubted that for a little bit, but you got to give credit to them. They absolutely have. And especially against the best competition they played this year, they've brought it defensively. So
I know. I feel like when I talk about my supreme confidence in the Nuggets, like people just think that I'm an idiot and a homer. Which is like, it's true. I get that. But
those things are true.
Most
people.
But like this team, they just have it, man. Like I don't get hyped about any other teams in Denver. Like I will flame the Broncos.
Sure.
I will destroy the Avalanche.
Yep.
I will
Not even mention
obliterate
the
and
Rockies.
bury the Rockies. The Nuggets are special. The Nuggets are built in such a way that makes sense. They have the best player in the world. They have a flamethrower in Jamal Murray. They have a microwave scorer in Bones Highland. They have elite defenders. They have a beast inside with Aaron Gordon. They have absolutely everything that you need, and they also have DeAndre Jordan. They have it all, man.
Hey, we'll get to him. I'm going to shout him out tonight.
All right, but the point being, I'm not just pumping up this squad. I really, really believe in what the Nuggets have put together, and I have for years. Like watched this thing build for years and years and years. We've been in purgatory. Obviously, nothing's done, but like the construction of this squad makes sense. It really, in my eyes, it just comes down to luck and staying healthy. And like, that's all you can ask for. The Nuggets absolutely have a puncher's chance to be the best team in the NBA.
Yeah. Do you share this confidence, Dev?
I'm not quite there.
You're
yet,
heating up.
but I'm definitely
You're not out of
heating up.
control.
Not out of control.
I think I'm officially out of
Quite
control.
yet.
I think
Quite
with
yet.
that rant,
that
you might have
soliloquy?
veered into out of control.
Whatever, I'm doing.
Quite yet, but like really, though, he brings up very like good points. When they're healthy, it's hard to not be out of control on this team because we've seen them put together so many good, wins together. They're trying to get together on the defensive end, and the bench is also starting to find its own. So they're not quite there of putting it all together where every single game looks good, but there's games that against the Cavs, against the Clippers, against Memphis, against Boston, you're like, this is a for real team. This is the number one team out west. This is the number one team in the power
easily right
rankings
now.
As well, and that's for a reason. So this is a place that we have not been since Aaron Gordon just got picked up, and we didn't get to see it long enough, so we didn't get to ride that close to the sun. But now that we're here,
Don't you dare, man. We took a rocket ship to the sun. We burned. We fell. But
I'm just saying, it feels good, and I think it's just a new feeling for Nuggets fans everywhere.
Yeah.
That it's hard to not go all the way up, but I think there's that caution because you don't know
we've
how
just
to
never,
feel.
yeah, we've
you don't
never
know how
seen
to
it.
feel here.
We've never. This is uncharted territory. But like, listen, man, why not us?
Why
You know what I
not
mean?
us?
Why not us?
What
not
also
us?
makes you feel good about this moment right now with where this team is at right now, the number one offense in the league, a defense that is performing to the level we thought it would, kind of the bench shaping up how it has. This is what we envisioned the Nuggets would look like this season
Yes.
when we were talking about them in
Yes.
training camp, doing those preview videos. Like, this is exactly what we thought
Yes.
this team would look like. And so that's, I think, another thing that's just increasing our confidence in this team, because this is what they were supposed to look like the whole time.
Dude, did you look at the scoring for the starters?
Yeah.
12 points, 16 points, 28, 18, 14. It's like
Yeah.
balance with one spike in the middle.
I mean, that's how we thought it would look.
Unreal.
It's really awesome. Let's hit a break. On the other side, a lot more to get to. Jamal Murray, a really interesting night from him that I want to talk about. Some interesting developments off the bench as well that we have to get into too. It's open enrollment time for individual health plans now through January 15th. Guys, get on this. Only about a little more than a week left to get signed up. Denver Health Medical Plan. They offer the Elevate Exchange Plan, which is available on the Connect for Health Marketplace. Great benefits, affordable plan choices. You can call them directly, 303-602-4912. Sign up online at denverhealthmedicalplan.org. If you are an individual or a family looking for cost-effective quality health insurance, maybe you're self-employed, maybe you don't get it from your employer, check out Denver Health Medical. Give them a call, 303-602-4912. Go online, denverhealthmedicalplan.org. Also, Breckenridge Brewery is the official beer of DNVR. It's still Broncos season, so make sure you're drinking that Broncos Country hazy IPA. Breck Brew, if you don't know where to get it, check out the Breck Brew beer locator.
Yo.
That'll tell you where to get Breck Brew. And they also just dropped
Announced today.
We've
been hinting at this, alluding to it.
the Mile High City Golden Ale
Look at that.
from Breck Brew.
Look at that work of goddamn art.
It's a beautiful looking
Look at
can.
those.
That is a nice box. There's going to be rooms all over with just the box hanging.
If I was in college, I would definitely
For sure.
buy that and put it on my wall.
The cans we've known about this for a long time. We saw the cans in person. It was like
Yeah.
we were just like, what? We just had to look at each other for
It's a
a while.
great looking can.
It's a great looking can. This thing just dropped, and we are going to have a party that we're announcing on Monday. There's going to be details. We have another thing coming that I have been also alluding to on the 13th, dropping in along with it. You'll see on
You'll
Monday.
see.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
It's going to be big. Also, we still have some tickets remaining for the party bus Sunday. I'm being told we have 10 tickets left. So if you want to come with us to the takeover on Sunday, it's in 2 days, or no, that's in 2 weeks. You can still get tickets for that. Go on to the DNVR locker if you want more info. If you want to hang out with us at the game, it's a great time. Nuggets are undefeated in DNVR takeovers this season.
Dude, the takeovers
So
are
I
incredible.
can guarantee a win right now.
Yeah,
actually.
man. If you want an injection of vibes that you didn't realize was missing from your standard Nuggets game experience, if going to a Nuggets game is already a 9,
yeah.
I don't even know what this goes to. The limit does not exist.
Yeah. Nuggets are playing the Magic for that takeover. It's on January 15th. But you got to get your tickets right now. So pick those up if you want them. All right, we are back here on the DNVR Nuggets Winners Lounge presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code DNVR when you sign up and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. I want to talk about Jamal Murray's night, guys, because this was a big storyline coming into this game. Jamal Murray has not played on back-to-backs all season. He's either rested the front end or the back end. He played tonight in his first back-to-back of the season. A big reason why was he only had to play 21 minutes last night against the Clippers, but he plays 32 minutes tonight. 18 points, 7 to 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, plus 7. He played with the starters and his normal rotation with the bench. I thought he looked pretty good, all things considered, on the second night of a back-to-back. What do you think, Dave?
I think he looked really good. If you think about it, second nights of back-to-backs, a lot of players working themselves back from injury, they try to limit their minutes and just treat it as if it's a new injury and things like that. He came straight into this game. He played 32 minutes. He looked like his regular self. Granted, they didn't play a lot yesterday, but it's 2 days in a row where he has to go, full throttle. He's out there truly competing. And we've seen him step up on offense and defense in this game. The thing that has been I think I haven't paid as much attention. Jamal is great at guarding bigger guys. He could switch out onto a big and hold his own. And we've seen that in his game. I also seen Jamal be able to shoot 13 shots in the game, and none of them looked selfish. He's still playing within the flow of the offense. Assists weren't up, but it's because they made sure to get Jokic the ball. So I'm loving the fact that they're getting the ball to their best player, letting him being the one that creates. And Jamal gets in where he fits in. He takes his shots with the second unit. He runs that pick and roll really well. I think it was great to see Jamal competing, especially on the second night of a back-to-back, and the team kind of rallied around that.
Yeah, man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see this. Jamal has been up and down all season long. Frankly, this has been the story of Jamal's career, is that early season, he's always looked a little shaky, and then as he starts to play himself into shape, he gets stronger and stronger, and then come playoff time, he's a killer. And, we had been watching, on some nights he looks dominant, on other nights he looks tired and injured. Tonight he looked steady. Tonight he looked strong. Tonight he looked fast, and he looked like he was, his play wasn't dictated by his body. His play was dictated by his mind, which is exactly the place you want to go to. He could just count on his body again. And like you said, the most encouraging part is that this is a game where he was facing a not normal physical, barrier in that he's playing on the second night of a back-to-back, which even the most in-shape NBA athletes will tire during that.
Yeah.
Luckily he didn't play a lot last night and they didn't travel. All the same, he's coming from a different place. And it just you just see it with him. If Jamal plays with that level of confidence, that is what takes the Nuggets to that next level where we're starting to make ridiculous claims about them and believe it.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love that. I felt like he just played in control for this entire game, and it was the right amount of distribution between him running the offense and Nikola Jokic running the offense.
Yes.
Because sometimes we've even seen this season, and I've talked about it a lot, but there's just too much Jamal Murray. The offense is too centered around Jamal Murray. Tonight, I mean, the offense was pretty much entirely centered around Jokic. And I feel like Jamal really benefited from that. He just played in control, didn't try to do anything too crazy. He even had a couple of his like patented, step backs and like pivot, fade away that he got to go, which I still don't know how he hits.
And dude, the greatest thing is that those fadeaways like require a stronger shot, and he's been short on them.
Yeah.
So it's like his legs are getting there.
Yeah. And something else that was definitely apparent in the Clippers game, and I think was even apparent tonight, Jamal's defense, I think, has been a little underrated this season. Against the Clippers, he was D'ing up Kawhi Leonard in the post. He was not letting him get, closer to the basket when he was backing him down, trying to go for those fadeaways. He was guarding, his matchup, but also going up to guard bigger guys. And I just feel like over the course of this season, you've seen that some of the strength he was able to put on when he was rehabbing. Because, when you're rehabbing from an ACL, something you can do is like lift weights and get your upper body stronger.
Right.
I feel like we're seeing that defensively where he's taking on some bigger matchups and holding his own.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that he's 1,000% back, but I think he's 999% back.
Okay.
And the reason that I say that is because you're starting to see all of those things. The defense, we saw him go through the lane and have a crazy, dunk.
Yup.
We're starting to see him create some separation. I think that was the biggest key for me was if he was able to separate him from himself. He's not having to rely on just footwork right now because he's able to actually move around. He's able to actually get his legs up under him, and then we're starting to see those step backs and things like that. So I do think that he is trending in that direction of is he almost completely himself? We just seen him play on the second night of a back-to-back. That was, I feel like, a key point into his recovery of just saying, hey, this is who I am. I'm back to being the guy that I once was. And now we just got to see him continue to do that. Luckily for the schedule, we're going to be able to continue to see these back-to-backs.
Yeah. Awesome.
We love back-to-backs on this show. Yeah. And then you just go down the rest of the starting lineup. Aaron Gordon, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Michael Porter Jr., 16 points, 8 rebounds, hit 3 threes. KCP, 14 points, 2 threes. When you have Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic as, your top 2 scorers, Nikola Jokic, 27, 28 points, whatever he averages, Jamal around that 20 mark, you don't need anything crazy from your other starters.
No.
Those guys just need to do their job, play their role. And you were talking about that at the start of the show, but I feel like that was something they all did tonight.
Yes.
Those 3 other starters, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, KCP, they played their role. They just stuck to their strengths. They didn't color outside the lines. They just did what they needed to do. And in the end, you had 5 Nugget starters in double figures, and it was just a great balance tonight in that starting lineup. So
unbelievable.
It was great.
No, dude, the season of Nug hype is upon us. Let it wash over you.
I do want to touch on a couple guys from the bench.
All right.
One of those guys is DeAndre Jordan.
Let's go. Let's do it.
DeAndre Jordan only played 6 minutes tonight. He was a -1. He did have 2 blocks, though. 2 points.
Those are big plays in the game.
That's true. It's
And
actually true.
I got to give DeAndre Jordan a shout out. I got to give him props because I've hated on him all season. I still don't think he's good. But tonight,
This clumsy ass.
he gave the Nuggets what they needed because that Cavs second unit, they staggered Evan Mobley with that group. They hurt the Nuggets bench with that length. And it was just too much for Zeke Naji to handle in his first half minutes. Mike Malone made the change. He went to DeAndre Jordan in the second half. It proved to be the right move. DeAndre Jordan was impactful in those minutes. He gave the Nuggets a jolt for sure.
It's true.
Even though he was a -1, you felt like those were good minutes. And so I got to give credit to him. He came in, did his job, protected the rim, blocked a couple shots, and just was effective. So I thought it was a positive.
Yeah, he had the 2 blocks in the game that was him truly protecting the rim. Where guys are like, okay, we can't just go in there and get what we want. And I think that that's been something that Denver has just really struggled with as of late. But we're starting to see them actually starting to put it on. So it was great to see that. But he also altered a couple of more shots. He also had his His fouls are hard fouls right now.
Yo.
Those are hard fouls where you have to think twice. Either it's going to get blocked or I'm going to get fucked up trying to go to the rim.
Good. That's great.
Now.
I
He's
love
making
that.
people really second guess
No, for real.
if it's easy in there. It's not sweet when he's out there right now.
The bad boy Nuggets.
I think that's great. Really, I do think that is great because it's making them a little bit tougher. It's making defenses have to think, and also he's buying time for Jokic to be on the bench. Right now, I feel like in this game, I think it was a DeAndre Jordan type of game. They did give Zeke a try in this game. He did really nothing.
Yeah, he
it was
couldn't.
cardio,
Yep.
but he bought a little
He
bit
also got
more time.
scored on a
So
lot.
when you have guys that can just give Jokic a little bit of minutes on the bench and then come in and there's not a deficit, I think that goes a long way. So I do think you have to tip your hat for DeAndre. In
You
this
do.
game.
You got to.
I know. I love to make fun of DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. His clumsy ass.
That's my whole statement. No, he was good. No, he was good, man. It's true. Like he altered shots. He was like that guy that brings the defensive presence in at the rim, which the Nuggets don't have otherwise. So here's to you, DeAndre Jordan. I tip my hat to your clumsy ass.
Bruce Brown was also great off the bench. He was a +10 tonight, Bruce Brown. And he played a lot, 28 minutes. His insane year from three-point range continues. He's at 40% from three this year. He's already taken a career high in threes. He was 3 of 5 from three tonight. Just 3 beautiful-looking three-point shots. Bruce Brown just has this awesome-looking shot, man.
I was saying, I feel like I've never seen him miss a three-point shot. Every time he shoots it, I'm like...
He misses 6 out of every 10, but...
Fair enough. I just don't watch them. I keep my eyes closed during those times. No, it's he is a way more reliable three-point shooter than I ever expected that we were
Absolutely.
getting. When he's open, I'm like, count it. Yak, yak.
Yeah.
He's also taking contested shots too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, he was only taking wide open
Yeah,
ones.
not right now. His confidence is all the way up. But the thing that I'm loving about Bruce is it's an inside-out attack. It's not like he's just settling for just only three-pointers.
Yep.
He's getting to the rim. He's getting these crazy dunks. He's slashing a lot. Yoke makes sure to find him on a lot of those. And it doesn't get sticky when Bruce Brown gets the ball. There's times that I felt like in the past that he was just trying to take tough shots and try to prove himself. Right now, he's still making the extra pass. He's still rotating the ball. 6 assists in this game. And that's also while taking 10 shots as a bench guy.
That's
So
a
he's
big
just-
stat line
He's
for
just
Bruce.
finding himself. He's finding his role, and he's comfortable in it right now. And I like that he's settling into that while also being a defender that's going to make it tough.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then the other guy off the bench to bring up is Bones Highland. 17 minutes for Bones. He had a couple threes, 13 points, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. I don't think this was as good of a game from him as he's played against the Clippers, against the Timberwolves, against the Celtics, when I thought he played 3 great games in a row. But this was still solid. I feel like he did enough for that second unit tonight to kind of steer that ship.
Yeah, with this one, I feel like the box score, the plus minus doesn't tell his impacts in the game. I do think that he was good with that second unit because he was getting to his spots. He was able to shoot the ball. It was great when he knocked down his threes. That was a happy moment.
Are we talking
in the
about
bar.
Bones? I missed the
Bones.
intro. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was a happy moment in the bar. Also, he's fun. He truly
Dude.
is fun the entire time. But I do think that there was something that happened in the game between him and Malone, which is, I think, good in a way. Where
gonna
you could
find
call
that
out,
video and send
you
it
could
to
call
Cal.
out your guy and say something. I feel like there was words that were exchanged, but the altitude broadcast went away quick. But if you look at the stats, he kind of was benched. In a way, only 16 minutes. It was a close game, but not that close. But I do think it was great for him to have his highs, but also have his lows, and get called out for it. So I think that will try to get him back on the right foot. You want him to just continue to score, and I think that you're going to have those type of games with him.
Dude, he had 3 possessions in a row where he drove to the rim, made tough finishes, and that was about the game was really close. I mean, it was the the Cavaliers were within striking distance. The Nuggets couldn't quite pull away, and I feel like that was the moment where it flipped. Like I feel like Bones had a big hand in like turning this from a like, okay, Cavs feel like they, if they stay close, they can finally, make a push at the end to like, all right, whatever, like on to the next game.
Yeah.
But like, I don't really feel like Bones' impact when he starts to cook can be like, it just can't be understated, man. There's like just that demoralization. I say this all the time. Like there's something about like a guy that it looks like that's small, that doesn't necessarily, if you didn't know any better, doesn't look like he belongs on the floor physically with the other players, but then can just like break you down and can just like, then can step back from 40 feet away and just drain it. And you're like, man, God damn it. Like,
and that was a pivotal part of the game because that was the bench unit for Denver, but the starters were out there for the Cavs, or at least a couple of them, because he was going after Evan Mobley. I felt like he just kept on getting put on Bones Island, and he was just cooking
Bones Island,
every single time. Had the threes, had to get into the rim and blow by finish, and he's just tough. And that was after having a slow start to the game.
Yeah.
He was able to bounce back. He was able to try to get himself going, and that's when I feel like him and Malone had that because he did get subbed. And then also it's like, okay, well, look, I'm the coach. We're winning. You need to get it together. So
we got
good and low.
So that's.
So
I can't really tell much.
Well, it just sounds like he was frustrated because he took him out when he was hot.
He didn't want to come out of the game, and Malone went over and said something to him. I'm sure Brendan Vogt, who's at the arena, will give us a full report on that.
I can't wait.
Let's hit another break. On the other side, we will get to Brendan Vogt, who I believe is waiting for Nikola Jokic to come to the microphone. I don't know what else we'll get into. We'll see. We'll get into Super Chats, too.
Who knows what kind of mischief we'll get into.
Guys, DraftKings Sportsbook, of course, the presenting sponsor of this show. This time of year, I'm throwing down on NBA action.
Oh, hell yeah.
And when I throw down on NBA action, it's got to be with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers can bet just $5 pregame money line on any NBA team to win their game. Get $150 in free bets if they do. Right now, everybody can also combine multiple bets for an even bigger payout with DraftKings same-game parlays. They've got the stepped-up same-game parlay sometimes as well. The more legs you add, the more money you make. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now to get in on the holiday hoops action. Sign up with code DNVR. Place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA team to win. Get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DNVR. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Also, if you need tickets to sporting events, concerts, shows, whatever, the Game Time app is your go-to. Use our link in the description, in the YouTube description, in the podcast description. They've got these great last-minute price drops. Game Time is the hottest new ticketing app out there. So if you need tickets to Nuggets games, Avs games, concerts, shows, whatever you're doing, check out the Game Time app. Most importantly, use our link in the description if you're using Game Time.
Let's go.
Also got to throw in a DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week.
Pick Jokic threes forevermore.
Two of those in here this week.
Jokic threes.
We don't have the line though.
We
don't have the specific line.
Doesn't matter.
Next
Take
game.
whatever it is.
Who do the Nuggets even play next? The Lakers.
Yes.
Lakers on Sunday. I'm with you. I'll take Jokic threes. I'll just take the over on Jokic threes. DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week. Because I feel like he's got a little renewed confidence in his three-point shot right now.
Confidence.
Those three that he hit to open the third quarter tonight,
back to back like the MVPs, baby.
Man, he was taking those with confidence. All right. We are back here on the DNVR Nuggets post-game Winners Lounge presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use the code DNVR when you sign up and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. One more note here before we get to Super Chats. We got another CNP tonight.
We've officially referred to this. This is now officially known as the CNP. Christian No Play.
Yes. Christian No Play tonight. A CNP for Christian Brown. Still trying to find 10 minutes.
Where are they?
Have not been able to locate the minutes yet, but we will keep searching. I'm not going to complain too much about it tonight. They played great defense.
They did, man.
They got the win.
We actually have to talk about the real story of the night. We need to talk about Rimgate.
This is ridiculous.
man.
Rimgate.
What is going on
Kale,
at Ball Arena?
I sent you a tweet. You got to bring this up.
Everybody's
is
talking about
going
it. Everybody
on?
wants to know, and it's like what they wanted to know about Tom Brady for a long time. Are they cheating? Are they cheating at this point?
Look at Alec Gwynn, the greatest tweet. He came from. It says, "Sir, a second rim has been
bent at Ball Arena.
yeah.
A second rim is
Has
bent
broken
at Ball
inside
Arena.
Ball Arena.
Or it was broken inside
Oh,
Ball
man, that
Arena.
is so good.
Shouts, Alex. Shouts, Nuggets Reddit. Good
So
stuff.
I had seen this happen. Actually, I don't even know if it was the exact thing, but years and years ago, something was wrong with the basket, and I saw them actually wheel out another basket. There's a spare basket at Ball Arena in the tunnel. I saw them wheel it out and replace a basket once. This was years and years ago, like 3-4 years ago, I want to say. Other than that, I don't think I've ever seen this happen, and it's happened twice within the last couple games.
Bro, what is happening? What is happening with the rims and Ball Arena? What is happening?
I'm confused, man.
I think it's actually crazy that it keeps happening. This one, and like,
I'm starting to wonder if it's just always been bent and we haven't known about
First
it.
off, that was the same rim, right?
Yes.
That was the same bat.
before the game, are they checking? I want to know if there was like, no, we leveled it. So now we're just
I'll say
good.
this. I don't think this is the case, but during the pregame introductions, DeAndre Jordan hangs on that rim for like 20
I
seconds.
feel like everybody hangs on the rim. To
Everybody
Jamal
does.
starts. That's what like part of his.
Jamal
actual-
does it too at the beginning of the
Yeah, he
game.
just hangs
But
on the rim.
I'm telling you, if you're at a game, watch DeAndre Jordan. He's like violently herking and jerking the rim around during like pregame intros.
because-
again, I don't think that's doing anything. That's just an observation.
Yes, but you're supposed to be able to do that.
Exactly. That's a dunking a basketball. You're doing that. Yeah.
What is happening? Well, we'll get to the bottom of this. You don't worry about it. We will get to the bottom
And
of
I
this.
also want to use this opportunity to extend an invitation to the brave workers of Ball Arena who have been under immense pressure
Can
and
you
have
imagine?
fixed this rim twice now in front of 20,000 people.
I'm just thinking about like, if I was on the ladder in front of the rim, what would Giannis do to me?
I might just I might quit my job then and there if that was me.
The wildest part about that was when they zoomed in on the guy when he first put
Oh, it
the
got
level
worse.
on the top of the backboard, and it was just moving back
Yeah.
and forth the whole time.
I was like, this is never going to get fixed.
we were like, is this thing on a boat?
They're on a
Is
cruise.
the rim literally just shaking back and forth the entire time?
Yeah.
So many questions.
But I do want to extend an invitation. If those guys listen to the podcast, we
Oh, of
want you
course
to
they
come
do.
on the show
They're
and talk
watching
about
right now.
it.
Come through.
Because I would love to ask you questions about that. Should we get to some Super Chats?
Super chat.
Let's hit some Super Chats here. See what the people got to say after this one.
Dude, Gordon's back, dude. Gordon's
As
the
in,
greatest.
I'm referring to Gordon specifically. What does he have to say after this one? Gordon Glazner, ladies and gentlemen, your Denver Nuggets are the scariest, most dominating team in the NBA.
Woo!
Bask in the joy that is the age of the Nuggets.
Bask
in it.
No one talked to me. I'm basking.
Just sitting here basking.
Dude,
What are
that's
you
why
up
it's
to
called
today?
basketball.
Basking.
That's the worst joke I've ever made. And I don't care, dude.
That's terrible.
That was awful.
Yeah, that's
I've
terrible.
never heard worse.
All right, what else do we have? From Snelson, super sticker, every Nugget being good.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, except Zeke Naji tonight. He was not very good. Donnie, this is what happens when all the players consistently play and are healthy. That's a good point, actually.
Dude, it's like
Yeah.
This is the point we've been trying to say for 2 years. We're like,
Yes.
yo, we're in purgatory, but purgatory also implies heaven. You know what I mean? We've been in hell.
This is what it looks like when we
Purgatory,
have our full
heaven.
roster of available
Yes.
players. This is the vision.
I didn't choose
Something.
I didn't choose the Nug
Oh,
Life.
yeah.
Nug Life chose me.
Is Rimgate something to be concerned about? It's a valid question.
Only if you're on the maintenance staff
mean, people
for
are
job
asking.
security.
I would say this is something they should probably get fixed before the playoffs. Like
Somebody's
that would
gonna
be a
say
good
something
idea.
soon. They're going to make it seem like it's like another advantage that Denver is having.
Yeah, and there's going to be some player that comes in here and makes an even bigger deal about it. Probably like, I don't know. But something
Joel Embiid.
Kyrie Irving would be
Somebody
pretty pissed
that-
about.
Kyrie.
Kyrie Irving
oh,
would
God.
make an Instagram post.
Somebody that
about it.
shoots-
LeBron.
yeah.
Everybody's fired.
It's going to be somebody that shoots 20-plus free throws a game.
Yeah. Just get that fixed before the playoffs.
Please.
That'd be my advice. Justin McConnell.
Cyrillic, let's.
Does that mean
I bet it's
Merry Christmas?
I bet it means Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Dev.
Is that what it means?
I'm sure that's what that means.
If that means Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. We didn't even talk about that, but of course, just another dominant Nikola Jokic night on Serbian Orthodox Christmas.
On Orthodox Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Benjamin Heyman, imagine this team when MPJ is at potential.
I can't. I won't allow myself.
I mean,
can't.
He's trying to see perfect.
Yeah.
Like, what are you asking for
I don't
here?
know if that'd be safe for us on this show.
What are we asking for?
That might not be
careful
safe.
what you ask for.
Darth Vader 658. Do you think we will make a trade at the deadline? Yes. I predict at least one trade.
Okay.
Don't ask me for who, because I don't know who. Danny K. Super sticker chicken nugget with number 50 jersey dunking on Nerds Wall heading towards Salt Lake City.
Oh, man.
Let's get Aaron Gordon to Salt Lake City.
Dude, nothing tickles me more than
Would
the
Aaron
fake super
Gordon
sticker.
turn down an all-star invitation because of the local laws in Utah?
Oh, man. What if Aaron Gordon got to
I'm
the All-Star
totally
game and then
kidding.
was arrested? We just didn't have him for the rest of the season.
I regret that comment.
We all worked so hard to get him to the All-Star game, and then he's imprisoned.
Jeez.
It'd be terrible. I'd never forgive myself.
Logan, what team would you want to avoid in the playoffs and why? Good question.
Shh. We're fine in the
I mean-
East.
Hey, we fine out west.
We're fine in the
West. Out east.
We're fine in the NBA.
I mean, it's the Warriors for me.
Of
That's
course.
really the only
It's
team
definitely
that
the
right
Warriors.
now I'm scared of in any way.
You know what? That's true. That's absolutely true. I mean, like, we just played Memphis. Granted, they didn't have Bane, but like there was nothing scary about them when we played them.
Yeah, Memphis just also doesn't have the playoff experience to scare me.
No. But it is. It's Golden State. Golden State's another sleeping giant, just like they were last year. They're obviously without Steph Curry, and so they haven't been able to put it together fully ever since Draymond Green punched the life from Jordan Poole. Like, it's been a little rough for them. But I mean, they obviously have the pieces that you can't sleep on until they extinguish themselves. So yes, it's the Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Shane McAllister, praise to Dev for betting
Bingo.
tips. There you go. Tune into the pregame show, guys. Not as many people turn to the pregame show, understandably, but the pregame show is where we win money.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, today was
Because
a
of
good one.
Dev.
Today was a good one.
Yeah.
I had to make up
Can
for
you
yesterday.
leave that up? Cal? Also, Murray's defense has been stellar the last
So
few
true.
games. He might actually be back.
My guys seem to
he
become
might
it.
actually be back. Who knows? Let's see. What else do we got here? From Gene. Just want to reiterate from the chat, don't use the freaking S word.
I
Aaron.
didn't.
What
I
did you
didn't-
say?
I just asked if you personally were feeling smug. I didn't
That's
use.
using it.
No, there's
know,
no.
that's just- That's
No.
kind of using
Any
it, but it's not really
variation of the
using
S
it.
word, I don't think we can use.
That's not true.
Okay. Well, the chat disagrees.
Well, I mean, I know that. Let's just say I don't have a lot of allies in the chat, just generally speaking.
What's the matter?
Our homie, what's smatter?
Feed Chanchar. Every nugget is gold, says Smitty in the mine.
Let's go, baby.
Every nugget is gold. That should be the unofficial tagline of Breck Brew's new
Dude,
beer.
every nugget is gold is great.
I just did Breck's work for
I
them.
love it.
Tyrell, will there be another takeover after the 15th this year? My birthday is on the 17th, and my wife is trying to bring me out later this season. Great question.
Great wife.
There are.
We will definitely do more.
So we do have like the.
There's the one against Atlanta is when?
So we have January 15th against the Magic. We have February 4th against the Hawks.
February 4th against the
That's
Hawks.
the next one that's announced. And then
Oh, it's already for sale.
Tyrell, I'll see you
that's
February 4th.
announced and for sale. Yes.
February 4th.
February 4th.
February 4th.
The
That
Hawk.
is
Your
also
wife
for
would
sale.
be the best if she got that for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
can
You can all go
Goat.
yell at Trae Young.
Get a haircut.
Didn't choose the Nug Life. Nug Life chose me. Chimes in again. Is that a level on the DNVR centerpiece? Yes, it is. I mean, we just have to make sure everything's level.
We're all leveled here. We're all leveled.
Dude, we want to make sure.
Level-headed
We want to make
takes.
sure there's no
Not
complaints
really.
about this show. We need to make sure that everything is exactly as it's supposed to be. And we
I don't
the
need
instrument
anybody
to do it.
protesting the results of this show. Let's go. Every nugget is good. Even DJ, another bad win down. Only 24 more bad wins till 50 bad wins in the Midwest.
The Midwest. Joker plus Blue Air plus MPJ plus the Silver Surfer plus
Pickaxe equals win. Who is Pickaxe?
Dig. It's a
Like down, it's like a down arrow and then a hole.
Oh, it looked like a pickaxe from here.
Is this Bruce Brown?
Down arrow.
Down
hole.
Brown. Down.
Hold on, we have to figure out who this is. Down. Browntown? Browntown? Down to Browntown?
Help
I
us
don't know.
out. What does this mean?
I don't know. Help us out. All right, let's keep moving on Super Chats. This is from Logan. What other player could win MVP other than Yoke? Luka,
Luka.
definitely.
Giannis.
Kevin Durant, if the Nets just keep this up, Giannis could win it still. I don't know if Tatum can win it anymore. I think
cannot.
he's kind of done.
Early season, flash in the pan. He's already fallen off of he's fallen
Been
far.
there, done that. We've seen this
I think
before.
Embiid still has an outside shot
Yes, he
at
does. He does.
it. But yeah, those are the guys I think. I don't think anybody from the West other than Jokic and Luka though. Terrence, people think of Jokic as a prototypical modern big, but he's a throwback in many ways, especially in the post. He's Shaq in the post. He's unguardable. He's too strong and too big for everybody. I agree with that. He is like that classic back to the basket big when he wants to be.
It's unbelievable.
Mike Wilson. What's up, Mike?
What up, mate?
At Eric. He's adding you.
I know. These are
What-
dogs? These are chihuahuas?
Yeah,
What-
maybe it's your X-rays came in.
Are these chihuahuas? These
That's your X-rays.
Do you have that dog in you?
I don't think. See, that would imply that was some kind of compliment, which I don't receive on this show. So that
Not
can't-
usually,
That
no.
can't be what that means.
Yeah, get that off of here. You get some ideas.
Finally, Leonard P. You gotta love when the top human has all of his weapons at his disposal. Nuggets have won 12 of 15. Nug hype is real. That's another thing you sense from these games. Nikola Jokic just seems so at peace with the roster and how the Nuggets are playing. He loves how the Nuggets are playing right now. He especially loves games like the Clippers when he barely has to shoot, and games like earlier this season when he can go 13, 13, and 13. But I just feel like he loves the way the Nuggets are playing right now. And
What's not to love?
He's happy. He's at peace with it. So, yeah. Are we still waiting for Brendan Vogt? Jesus.
What is he doing?
Nikola Jokic
Pissing me off.
taking a while putting his suit on tonight.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Let's go around the
Yeah,
association.
I was just
dude.
going to say we can go around
Go
the association.
ATA, dude.
ATA, baby.
There's a couple of juicy ATAs in there.
Let's see. Let's start in this game that was just wrapping up here. The Phoenix Suns lost again tonight, guys.
Bro,
The
they are
Phoenix Suns lost 104-96 to the
Suns
Miami
setting,
Heat.
dude.
The Suns are 20-20.
I think
They're
they-
a 500 team.
I love it. That is
My
lovely.
God.
They've lost at least 5 in a row.
They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, but they've lost 8 of their last 9.
Jesus.
They're in a really bad place.
Yes, they
man.
are. If only they had Devin Booker.
Oh, we got clarification from Mike.
What did Mike say? Another super chat here.
Oh, I'm
means
jinxed.
jinx with the 5 word.
To
With
be
the
honest,
S-word,
I just thought he was calling me a
Can't
pussy.
read from
to
back
be
here.
honest,
What did I do wrong, Mike? Why am I being brought into this?
Kale's being blamed for
Because
something.
you're closer to the screen. You should have saw that was a cat.
Yeah. Someday we'll make this screen bigger so we can all read it. Someday.
Oh no! One time I seen it bigger.
I know. It was when somebody else was producing.
It was crazy.
In Milwaukee.
Kale catching strays.
Here's how ridiculous the NBA is this year. The Charlotte Hornets, the lowly Charlotte Hornets, beat the Milwaukee Bucks on the road 138-109 with Giannis in the lineup, with Drew Holiday in the lineup, with most of their regulars except Chris Middleton. Giannis had 9 points in this game.
Yo, what?
I think it was his first game since like 2020 where he scored single digits.
Sorry that we just like brushed over it. We got to go back real quick. In that Suns game, did something happen to Chris Paul? He only played 12 minutes in the game.
I don't know what happened.
12 minutes in the game. They had players like Dwayne Washington playing.
That's a real player.
I don't know who the hell that is.
He's a real guy.
Jock Landale. He
I
also
know Jock
played.
Landale. He
Yeah,
sucks.
Jock Landale.
So like,
Jock
Chris-
Landale's he's a guy that the entire Suns media base just got all excited about. Like early in the season, it just turns out he's not good.
yeah. So I'm just saying, this is a 500 team. Devin Booker's hurt. Chris Paul, something had to happen if he only played 12 minutes in the game. It wasn't, he didn't foul out.
Yeah,
so
I don't
he
know.
must have got
I'm
hurt.
not sure what happened.
So things are looking horrible over there.
Yo, you remember
Yo,
the off season, like when their vibes were so deep into the mud,
Oh,
just
yeah.
into the just absolutely in the gutter, and then they started off and they're like, "What is everybody? What are you guys trying placing all this?" Turns out, it matters, man. The
I just got this
gods.
crazy thought. What if the Suns kept just going down the drain? Their season just got worse and worse, and they put like a Mikal Bridges on the market.
Dude. Here's the crazy thing about the Suns
That would be
is that they are still under
enticing.
control of Robert Sarver. The sale has not actually happened,
Yeah.
so they are not able to make trades without his approval, and he has no incentive to approve any trade. They still have Jay Crowder, who has refused to report.
Jay Crowder just still typing in all caps on Twitter. That's all he's done this season.
Unbelievable,
Yeah, that's
man.
insane. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
back to that
thank
Bucks
you.
game.
Thank you.
Bucks got beat to sleep for sure. 138-109 by the Hornets.
What happened?
This is just
looks
the
like
NBA,
They just got
man.
blitzed completely. Like it's nothing but negatives over there. Just so many damn negatives. Terry Rozier had 39 points in the game.
Scary.
15
Terry
of
hours.
29.
Mason Plumlee had 17, 15, and 6.
17. So what is that? That's 8 backwards dunks.
Yeah, 8 of them. He went 8 and 9, so I'm
8
assuming
reverse dunks and then what? Like 10 trips to the free throw line. So he made
No,
one.
it was 8 reverse dunks and then a 9th one-handed, left-handed jumper from the foul line that missed.
Yeah, the Clippers lose to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, the Clippers exhausted.
Oh, so tired. They put out so much effort last night. We could probably excuse this loss for
Second night
them.
of a back-to-back
Yeah.
for those guys when
Yeah.
they were in a very hard-fought battle with
Yeah.
the Nuggets.
Yeah.
They lose.
They expended
Come
so
this
much
one.
energy.
Clippers.
Just this was a scheduled loss for them.
Man, they actually got dominated. Rudy Gobert had 25 points. 25 points is wild for Rudy Gobert. 21 rebounds, 7 of them offensively. Also had 2 blocks. I know you were asking for him to like his blocks.
I
He
was.
got his blocks in this one.
Thank you.
I do think that Anthony Edwards did go down in this game. He was injured, so he did not finish the game.
Uh-oh.
So that's why it became the Rudy Gobert show, which is something to watch over there because, I mean, they're already playing without their best player in Cat. Now their leading scorer goes out. Like I think that's something to just watch. Clippers just never got anything going for them. Just a lot of misses. Just randomly, Reggie
of missed
Jackson went
players.
1 of 9, man. 1 of 9.
It's because he had to deal with the altitude last night, which sucks for him, except for, again, he was raised here.
Giannis's full line, the chat was asking, 9 points, 4 rebounds.
Dude, he only played 22 minutes, which I guess means that there was garbage time. He didn't play his last stint. Yeah, he was only 2 for 7.
This was a redux of Nuggets Clippers.
Unreal, man.
Yep. Detroit Pistons lose to the San Antonio Spurs. 121 to
Battle of the bottom.
109.
Battle of the bottom.
Bottom feeders going at it in this game. Trey Jones. Wow. Trey Jones was the leading scorer in this one. He had 25 points for the Spurs.
Damn.
They're like trying to lose games and they're still winning. That just goes to show you like how bad things are with the Pistons. Also, the Pistons, they like since they were in that battle, they're doing the thing where like some guys are playing some games and some guys are not playing, right? Like I think that was like what they came down to, or did that already happen? It was like them in Orlando, right? Like that.
Oh,
they had
right,
to figure
right,
out
right.
how many
Right.
guys were going to be gone.
Oh,
that
the
already
fight.
happened. Yeah, they had at least
that's
7.
that's old news.
That's old news. That's old
Yeah,
news.
I love the idea of this still. The Thunder beat the Washington Wizards 127 to 1.
My Thunder.
That Thunder team
My
is
Thunder.
good,
They
man.
had a couple bangers in a row. Thunder.
SGA had 30 points in this game.
Dude.
You know who's been playing really well over there?
Who's
with
that?
The Thunder? Jalen Williams.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Jalen Williams, he's put
He has
together
been
like
playing
well.
4
My guy,
good
man.
games in a row. Also, you know his little brother's going to Colorado, right? Boulder.
I have heard.
He's going to Boulder.
I have heard.
So I just feel like we could root for Jalen.
Jalen Williams liked how much we liked him on the draft show that he was like, hey, man, Colorado seems like a cool place to
We
go.
did. We all really like Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this game, Will Barton he got to play 14 points in this game. I just go and look at our guys
Yeah.
to see how they look in these games. Monte Morris, 4 of 8, 10 points, 3 assists. Still in the starting lineup. I think it's good that he's still getting his minutes and things like that. But I haven't seen like a big Monte type of game.
Big Monte.
Dude, there are two games here that are of interest to me the most. Dude, the goddamn Nets keep winning. They beat the Pelicans tonight. They've lost one. They've lost one in their last 12, I think.
Who's this?
The Nets.
Oh, the Nets. Yeah,
They
they're
beat
on
the
fire.
Pelicans. The
Jock
Zion.
Vaughn Nets.
My God, I can't believe it's gonna be Nuggets Nets.
Oh, my God. Nuggets Nets, man.
It's gonna
That
be.
was horrible.
That's like a fight for like basketball culture.
It is. It's the
It's the right way versus the wrong way.
yes. It's the
Good versus evil.
the abomination versus the homegrown heroes.
Yes. And I feel like whoever would win that series would determine the next like 10 years of how people build
Yes,
teams.
exactly.
There
The
would be
balance
so
of the,
much
the
on the
NBA
line.
is in the balance here.
Yes.
It's so true. And then the other one
Hopefully
that is,
Kyrie Irving doesn't throw a ball into the stands.
In that game, CJ McCollum had 28 points to lead the way with the Pelicans. Najee Marshall had 23 points in that game. I don't know. That just stands out to me. Kevin Durant had 33 points and 10 rebounds. He's back to just playing basketball. That's what that's been the difference for me. They're just hooping over there.
I know, he stopped tweeting,
in
started
Brooklyn.
hooping.
Yeah, back to hooping.
and then the other game that's of most interest to me is the Philadelphia 76ers lost to the Chicago Bulls, who can only beat top competition. The Chicago Bulls lose to every team that's worse than they are, and then they beat every elite team in the East handedly by double digits. It's like the most curious thing. The Chicago Bulls are the most curious team in the NBA.
Zach LaVine had
I don't know. They're not
41
that
points.
curious to me. I just don't think they're very good.
Zach LaVine
But
had
how they beat
41
other
points.
good teams, man?
14
I
of
don't
19 from the field, so super efficient. Big Vooch had 19 points, 18 rebounds,
I guess it
10
was-
assists.
I guess there was no Embiid. Like, that
He had a
makes sense.
triple-double. So both Nicolas had a triple-double.
Oh, it's a Nikola.
tonight.
On Orthodox Christmas
On
Eve,
Orthodox
dude.
Christmas.
Every Nikola is
Wow.
showing out on Orthodox Christmas Eve.
Yeah, can we get a just a compilation of all the stat lines from all the Balkan players tonight?
Yeah, I'm sure it's just like an absolute
Just banger after
they're
banger?
just bangers, except for Goran Dragic, who had 5 points for the Bulls.
Man, the Blazers lost tonight. Blazers, we were all excited about the Blazers.
The Blazers were excited about the Blazers.
Yeah,
We were not excited.
Let me
about the
amend that.
Blazers.
Not we.
Some.
Portland was excited about the Blazers, and now they're 500 again. They lost to the Pacers tonight.
Is Vogt okay?
He's coming. He's
Do we
coming.
need is there someone in the arena we can send to check on him? Is Vic Lombardi still in the building?
D-Mac might be in the
Can
building.
D-Mac help us out? What is happening with Vogt?
The Knicks beat the Raptors. The Raptors are a couple more losses away from really trading everybody, I would think. 16 and 23. How are they 16 and 23? The Raptors. Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent, OG Anunoby.
Can I tell you
They're a huge underachiever.
Can I tell you what they're doing?
What?
They're tanking. They have the smartest GM in the entire NBA.
Okay.
Please don't delude yourself. Don't delude yourself to think that Masai Ujiri is enough on the up and up that he would not make sure that he would be in very well situated to get
they're
Victor
not
Wembanyama.
tanking though. They have all this talent.
But I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. They're tanking.
Do you have like inside info on this or something?
I just know Masai Ujiri is very shrewd.
I mean, we'll see. They're going to be one of the biggest sellers for sure at the trade deadline. So we'll see. The final game I've got for us, Lakers beat the Hawks. The Hawks, I feel like, are also going to be huge sellers. 130-114. LeBron James, fresh off an ESPN interview. I actually didn't even see anything from that interview.
You didn't
It
even
must have
watch-
been the worst interview of all time because
That's
like
right.
none of those clips went viral.
He was probably just talking about like the movies he has coming out before Oscar season.
No, really, they made
Here's what we
such a-
got up on Spring Hill Entertainment's docket for
They made it
2023.
such a big deal for him to be doing that, which now makes me upset that it came on the same night that he played. And yeah, really, I didn't see nothing. I didn't see even a single quote or like them just overgeneralizing.
I saw
like,
one
what
quote.
happened.
It was about him breaking the scoring record.
Of course, that's what it's about.
That's the
Oh,
only clip I saw.
That's what it had to be about.
So there was obviously nothing else noteworthy. Nothing
I
else.
heard a magical tone.
We do have Brendan Vogt from Ball Arena.
Hey, Brendan.
Vogt, what's up, man?
What's up, fellas? How we doing? Oh man, what a night! Just came back from one of the better media sessions we've had here.
Wow.
In Ball Arena.
Love to hear.
Good energy from Malone. Good insight from Bruce Brown. Good insight from Jokic, who I wouldn't say it looked like he. I might have picked the wrong spot. I wouldn't say it looked like he wanted to be there, but he was very insightful, willing to talk, and we learned a lot. So let's get into it.
I know. Are you in trouble?
Yeah, you keep looking over your shoulder like somebody's about to
Are you
get
afraid the rims are gonna fall
they're-
down?
The staff is getting up, and you'll be surprised to know they don't give a shit that I'm doing this.
I believe you. I've seen it.
I got to tell you, neither do we.
Dick, well, let's get through this. On the rim situation, Malone said, "Don't get me started. It's not good for my blood pressure." He was ultimately glad they got it done in 8 minutes this time instead of 30 plus. He did find a serious note for it. He said that's twice now where the team could have lost focus during those periods and lost a big lead, but they hung on to it, so he was glad about that. He said they won with really good defense again, which he's proud of. I thought in some ways the effort was better in the first half, but they saw better results in the second half. It's the kind of game where, yeah, Cleveland put up points without one of their best players, but when Denver was scoring at the rate they were, this is kind of what good defense looks like. Pretty healthy margin of victory. It was good stuff. He talked about how good they've been at home, and he reiterated that that's been because of defense. And then he was asked about Jokic going up against Jared Allen and this number one ranked defense in Cleveland. And he said, let me be careful how I word this. Nikola doesn't see defensive player of the year guys. It doesn't matter who is in front of him. And just waxed poetic about all the ways Jokic manages to do what he does, regardless of what the defense is trying to do, regardless of who's in front of him. He said he's like a computer. He reads stuff really quick, and he makes the right read in 9.9 times out of 10. I don't know if you guys saw, there was Bones looked a little disgruntled walking off the court. Did
Yes,
not
we
high
went
five.
over that. We played the video. I'm curious what happened.
So Malone was asked about his conversation with Bones when he later walked over to him, and Malone said, "I was just telling him he had a great game for us. It was great to see him continue to play well, and just told him what he did well for us."
What a lie.
Now,
That's
what
Malone's version.
what was Malone's tone when he said that though?
Calm.
Like, was he bullshitting or telling the truth?
How do I put this? I think he's lying. But
Okay. That's what I was wondering. Okay.
But listen, I'm like as humorous as that is, like all I got are the words he gave us, and that's what he gave us. He did not use that moment to make something out of nothing. Or
Sure.
Potentially something. He actually liked his own defense, except for when the shot went off. He felt some type of way about some of the rebounding Cleveland was doing, but ultimately he liked that zone defense. And then on Jamal Murray. I'm just so proud of him, man. He said it's been close to 600 days since he's played a back-to-back. And then addressing the media, he said, I don't know if you guys realize, but this is a big, big moment for Jamal and for our team. So clearly in Malone's eyes, this is a benchmark, a checkbox that's been crossed off here in terms of Murray getting back to and Denver getting back to where they want to be here as a group. So Malone was in a good mood tonight, fellas.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, big benchmark, big box to check for sure. I mean, do you think, Vogt, that Jamal now is playing in every back-to-back? Or is this going to be case-by-case basis based on, the minutes and whatnot going forward?
I think it'll be case by case, but why I think it's significant is I think that's Jamal's call. And as we know throughout this process, sometimes he's been out there, he's played well, it's been sore, he hasn't wanted to kind of push it. So I think the real kind of big takeaway is Jamal said, I want to do this. So that's a big mental hurdle cleared, I think, for him and for the team.
Yeah, I agree.
We also spoke with Bruce Brown. Did you guys get to see the outfit tonight?
We spoke about it at length on the pregame show.
Yeah, he looked amazing. And he said he loves playing at home. Mostly because his shots go in here, so he's happy to do it, and he likes playing in front of the crowd. He has a funny kind of chip on his shoulder whenever he talks about the way he's guarded and his shooting, and he said, I don't know why they're not running us off the line.
Bruce Brown wants to be guarded like he's freaking Michael Jordan.
Yeah. He said, I don't know why they're not running us off the line. To your point, Mint, Katie asked him about his thought process when they go under on a screen, and Bruce said, I'm going to shoot it. He was asked about the best shooters on the team. He said, catch and shoot, it's KCP, Vlatko, and Mike for sure. That's the group. How about Vlatko sneaking in there? And then off the dribble, he said Jamal. And then he says AG on the defense and what's going better for them. He says AG always preaches we need to talk. When the defense was terrible, AG was telling us that. I found that really interesting. Going back to preseason, that's the word KCP used as well when I asked him about championship habits. Communication, talking, clearly a big point of emphasis here in this turnaround for Denver defensively. Clearly something they were not doing well to start the season.
Yeah,
he waxed poetic about Jokic a lot, just said he just sees stuff before it happens. He said on that ridiculous pass to Bruce that ended in a dunk, he said, I'm just glad I caught it, man.
Yeah.
On the mustache, he said usually he just wanted to switch it up a little bit. Everybody's got a little something. Usually I just do beard and chin, but I wanted the stash this time. And then Ryan Blackburn asked him about...
Thank you for that, Bruce. Thank you.
Yeah. And then here's the big one, guys. Ryan asked him pretty candidly, Ryan Blackburn, just how's your time in Denver been? How do you feel here? And Bruce said, I love it here. I love being in Denver. I love my teammates. And look, a lot of guys would say that here, but we joked earlier about not believing Malone. I very much believe Bruce Brown when he said he loved it here, loves his teammates. He said it's a great locker room. And then he got specific. He said he's gotten really close with Vlatko and Bones because they're neighbors in the locker room. He and Vlatko have those half-court shot competitions.
Yeah.
And they play FIFA together. There was room for one more question, so I asked Bruce Brown if he's good at FIFA. He said, yes, I'm nice. I told him that I won 10 in a row earlier today, which is a fact. And he said, maybe we'll have to set something up. He started detailing his entire Ultimate Team to me. So I'm going to play Bruce Brown in FIFA, boys. That's what's up.
Wow.
Bro, are we ready to say it? Is Bruce Brown Mr. Denver?
Oh, man. My question is, does Bruce Brown love Denver and love the Nuggets enough to take a massive pay cut in free agency next summer?
Nope. I bet he loves Denver, and I bet he also loves the $21 million coming his way.
Wow, $21 million. Wow.
I know, that was really specific. I don't know. I'm joking. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Then we spoke with Jokic, who was feeling elaborate today, fellas. He was asked about that Cleveland defense, and he said, I don't think about who was first or who was last or whatever. I don't look that much at the stats. I think you can see why they're the number one defense, though. And he was very complimentary of Cleveland. Is this your backup? It is. Coming up.
Where are you standing? Are you on the court right now?
Yeah.
Are you?
Dude, look at my last thing said he is on the court.
Are you in physical danger?
Yeah, look, like that's the rim and stuff.
Can you go check if the rim is
Yeah, give us
level?
D-Mac just yelled at me. I feel
Yeah,
like
go yell at him.
Let me finish. He talked a lot at great length about what Cleveland does so well defensively, their size, their length, the way they manage to clog the passing lanes and be such a threat in rebounding. He was very complimentary of that team. On Jamal, he says, sometimes I think he is there, meaning back. He just needs time. He was a little less impressed with the back-to-back note that Malone made.
Love
he said,
it.
yes, it's first back-to-back, but it's also a normal game. And he actually got philosophical with us, explained he thinks it kind of helps to just view them as normal games and play them accordingly.
I
He
love
thinks
that
defensively-
because Nikola Jokic is the only star in the NBA who doesn't rest.
Never.
I love that.
At no point.
He says, on defense, he thinks they're getting better. A big part of it is that they know their weakness. Every team has a weakness, and every team tries to hide their weakness. This is a normal thing. He was asked about DeAndre Jordan and Zeke Naji, and he got really thoughtful. He stopped to say they're probably in the worst position in the NBA.
By
Even
backup?
if they play amazing. Yeah, that actually is what he's saying. If they play amazing, if they play bad, it kind of doesn't matter because if the results aren't going our way, coach is going to call my name and number.
That's a hilarious quote.
And he says, but I think they're doing a good job, but I think they can do even better. It's the small things. You only have 12 to 15 minutes, so just bring your best.
Love it.
He co-signed the AG point. He said, there is more talk, to be honest, on the defensive end. And then, you're going to love this, guys. He says, to be honest, Mike is playing kind of good defense lately.
Oh, kind of good.
Kind of
And
good.
then he
We'll
went down
take
the
it.
list. Then
Mike
he went
is
down the
mid as
list.
shit.
KCP, Aaron Gordon are amazing, obviously. But he led with Mike. What a moment. He was asked about if this team has enough to win. And he said yes, probably yes. But you never know. I think consistency is the word. When you're consistent, hopefully you can make something happen. I think that's why we've been playing well for about 2 months. And finally, a question to him about Zeke Naji wearing his sneakers. How did he get them? He just took it, Jokic said, and he walked away.
That's not what I was told.
Yeah, Jokic was lying.
What? Can you do that? We saw his sneakers in Serbia. Could we have just taken them?
Well, you did just
Should have,
kind
I
of
think.
whatever. Whatever.
All right,
So
Philly.
that's it, fellas.
Good job,
Thanks,
bud.
man. Get home safe. Good reporting.
All right. Let's see if
Take
they
it
let me
easy,
out
bro.
of here. Bye.
All right. Wow. What a report from Ball Arena.
Dude, an all-timer.
An all-timer. That's all the time we got for tonight. We have gone on way too long.
Oh man,
Oh, dude, Ded's been asleep for 20 minutes.
I could not believe
It's the
it.
weekend, though.
What does that mean? What does that mean? It means I don't have to set my alarm tomorrow. That's what that means.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're still watching, man, you are a real one.
We still have 1,000 people watching. We have a
Real ones.
minimum
Should we
1,000
keep
real
going?
ones.
There's 1,000
Let's
real ones.
never. Let's go until next game.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. It's the weekend, but the Nuggets play the Lakers on Sunday. So we will be back for then. Pre-game lounge, post-game lounge. Can't wait. Always fun when the Lakers are in town. Maybe we'll see that LeBron interview by them.
Take that like on the way out, baby.
Talk to you guys then. Peace.